Ashley Frazier is a multidisciplinary artist exploring the relationship of people and their surroundings by painting the allure with the uncanny, as well as the natural and artificial. Becky Wareing Steele is an artist who holds a BA in art history and specializes in small scale sculpture. Welcome to the Artist Talk. We're excited to hear more about your installation in the show.
Perfect.
Hello. Hi, everyone. I'm here and I'm so sorry my camera's not working, but I'll go ahead and start things off by talking about our process, and then Becky will go over some of the symbolism within our work. When Becky and I first started working on our collaboration, we had a lot of conversations about the theme of the exhibition and the notion of coming together. So we use the theme of coming together as a jumping off point. And I remember seeing an image of one of Becky's works, and it was this small hippo on its back with a hollowed out belly, and had either, I think it was geodes or people swimming in it, maybe both. But I was really drawn to this bowl-like shape and how the people were kind of set in that space and interacting in there. So with this inspiration, we had more conversations and landed on using the egg or eggshells as an anchor material for developing our collaboration. And Becky was really great about time management and keeping us on a schedule, which gave us a lot of time for discussion and experimentation. And when COVID started, we were already in the creation stage. So we were able to make our own standalone works that came together during the installation. I myself am very material driven in my process, and working with Becky made our collaboration more human and relatable because she literally brought people into the equation. And it was inspiring for me to work with narrative in such a new way. So I think with that said, I'll go ahead and turn things over to Becky to talk more on the symbolism.
Yeah, so this shows you our complete installation. So yeah, for Ashley and I, it was such an interesting time for us to finally be able to collaborate. Like Sammy Lee and Megan Gafford, we met during our residency at Redline. And there are some similarities in our work as far as our treatment of materials. So it was, something that we'd been looking forward to for a while, to be able to collaborate with one another. And when this exhibition came up, it was, the perfect opportunity. And Ashley invited me to come on board with her. And yeah, I mean, it really started with the material. And I think it was Ashley who had brought up using the eggshell. And I think as artists too, utilizing things that are, naturally already within our homes feels really good in the creative process. But also the imagery and the symbolism that comes with the eggshell. And I'm going to kind of just move through some of these images as well as we talk. And for Ashley and I, talking about the eggshell and the symbology behind it. And I think that, oftentimes, women's bodies are treated like objects, especially when it comes to legislation surrounding our bodies, and especially with, this notion that Roe versus Wade could possibly be overturned in the future. But, really thinking about this idea of, women often being removed from the conversations around their own bodies. So I think for Ashley and I, these objects really have women at the center. And especially, including the figures within the works too, is really meant to, kind of place the viewer within the work as well. So they're very, small works, but I think they have a large presence in the fact that, kind of shrinking yourself down to the scale of what, you're seeing yourself represented as that small figure. And I think we were both really careful too, not to say necessarily the exact meaning behind the works. We left the artist statement a little vague in that sense, so that, hopefully people could kind of have these quiet meditative moments with each work, and really be able to, see themselves within it, but, also have that relate to their experiences and what comes up when they're seeing this imagery as well. Ashley, do you have anything else to add?
I think that summed it up pretty good. It was such a great experience being able to collaborate. I think I don't know that I would have necessarily pushed myself in that direction had I had an option, but because there wasn't an option, it was just this really great experience that actually has really influenced my own work moving forward and has brought all these new concepts and materials and ideas into my own practice. So in that way, I really do appreciate it.
Yeah. Yeah. And it was interesting for us too. We had the opportunity to meet in person before, you know, all of the social distancing restrictions.
Right.
So, you know, we had that time to create together in person. I know we keep using the phrase that, you know, it came together like two halves of a whole,
Mm-hmm.
which it really felt that way because, you know, we were still able to communicate via online communications, but it was really, I think, that install day that felt really, you know, amazing for both of us to be able to see the works that we were each creating. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, Anna, for organizing this. This is, you know, a wonderful exhibition, and you know, thank you to all of the artists who have spoken this evening. It's been really wonderful to hear more about your works, and thank you to Emily and Colin and the entire Art Battle Center.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, I thank you so much for sharing again your process and your artwork with us. The sculptures are fragile yet bold, and the act, for example, of a tiny figure holding up a rope that is proportionally large emphasizes her strength and persistence. I wanted to also repeat what Rinaldi wrote about the work. He said in a recent article that the sculptures are full of imagination and possibility, all generated from the symbol of female fertility that serves as their sole force. They are the smallest attractions in the show, but speak volumes.